I first got into crypto in my mid-20s. I only invested in a small amount. I took the time to learn and study how the technology works. A few years later, I invested a bit more as I gained confidence in the tech. And in 2020, I actually sold my house, and that's when I went all in on crypto.
Like tens of thousands of Australians, Queensland geologist Dave Derham embraced a simple method of buying and selling cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin via an exchange called FTX. The platform was founded by a young Californian entrepreneur, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Sam lives in the Bahamas with 10 roommates. Sam is 29 years old only.
Backed by celebrity endorsements and a huge advertising spend, FTX soared.
What do you think? Are you in?
You know what? I'm in.
I'm Naomi Osaka, and I'm proud to partner with FTX.
With FTX, I have everything I need to buy, sell, and trade crypto safely.
Seeing the celebrities and the high-profile individuals backing FTX definitely influenced my decision to keep funds on the exchange, and seeing FTX sponsor a football stadium just felt like it was too big to fail, basically.
Bankman-Fried's exchange was valued earlier this year at $32 billion and snared mainstream investors like the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan and the Government of Singapore. Experienced Sydney trader Dan Nicolaides is one of an estimated 30,000 Australians who used the FTX exchange.
The ability to take fiat currency, Aussie dollar, US dollar, and move it easily onto FTX, it distinguished it from a lot of the other exchanges out there.
Is extremely difficult. It can cost tens of percent.
As Sam Bankman-Fried lobbied US Congress for more regulation of his industry, he presented as a shaggy, straight-talking and altruistic billionaire who was only making money so he could give it away.
Sam has $22 billion, and he wants to donate all of it to charity.
But it wasn't his to spend.
FTX's Trading's a new CEO, John Ray, saying in a court filing, quote, "Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls."
FTX is an exchange, a means to buy and sell. But administrators believe Bankman-Fried treated his clients' cash like it was his own, covertly steering it to other parts of his empire.
In hindsight, it looks like he used a lot of the funds in FTX to go and, make political donations, get his face, wherever he could.
FTX declared bankruptcy last month, owing billions of dollars to more than 1 million creditors. In his first major interview since the collapse, Bankman-Fried today denied fraud and admitted incompetence.
I screwed up. That means I had a responsibility. That means that I was responsible ultimately for us doing the right things. And we didn't. We messed up big.
What kind of a hit have you taken?
Yeah, it hasn't been pleasant, but, we'll survive it. This is going to be a multi-year process, and we'll see. Hope for the best and see what happens.
Dave Derham has lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, including the proceeds of his house sale.
It was a devastating feeling. It's hard to describe, and it's still pretty fresh, so I'm still trying to process it. I felt paralysed just completely. I couldn't think. I was just going through scenarios in my head, and there was a lot of regret there that I didn't listen to my gut earlier, and then that transitioned into a lot of anger as well. I was very angry.
He believes FTX's local subsidiary was given a veneer of legitimacy by Australia's corporate regulator.
These Australian financial services licences were issued to FTX Australia, and the user was under the impression that they'd done their due diligence and that FTX was safe to use.
ASIC says FTX was licensed to offer some financial products and services in Australia, but that did not include oversight of its role as a cryptocurrency exchange.
Please join me in welcoming BTC Markets CEO Caroline Bowler.
Caroline Bowler runs an Australian cryptocurrency exchange. She's been trying to bring digital investing into the mainstream.
There is a growing community of financially savvy Australian investors interested in diversifying their portfolios into digital assets.
FTX's collapse is a blow to those efforts.
The problem here wasn't cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency itself wasn't the issue. It was the behaviour of Sam Bankman-Fried and the rest of the cohort at FTX that caused this debacle, that caused these problems, not the cryptocurrency itself.
She sees a glimmer of hope.
I think it really brought home for us like the urgency around regulation and the need for regulation here in Australia. Appropriate proportional regulation for this sector is something that we've been crying out for a number of years.
Last October, a federal parliamentary committee recommended introducing legislation to protect the growing number of Australians who invest in cryptocurrency and other digital assets despite the risks.
You can't have a situation where huge amounts of personal investments are going into an unregulated space. I mean, that's just not the sort of country people want to live in.
The Albanese government says it will introduce laws next year. As for Dave Derham, he owns his car and not much else.
It's probably set me back 10 years, I'd say. 10 years worth of hard work and saving. But I'm an ambitious person and I'm still relatively young, so yeah, I'm going to rebuild and I'll continue to buy Bitcoin.